Well, in news just in, results in the Tanzanian election show that the country's sitting president, John Magufuli, has won a second term in office. This was revealed by the National Electoral Commission chairperson. This comes as the main opposition candidate, Tundu Lissu, rejected the early results of Tanzania's presidential and parliamentary elections, saying that the vote was illegitimate due to fraud. The country's electoral commission has denied allegations of fake ballots. All right, so the Tanzanian election seems to be over. The incumbent president has won re-election for another 5 years, and a script that's becoming so familiar across the continent. The opposition are crying foul and suggesting that it was irregular. And the lead up to these elections, also question marks raised. And then on the one side, you have the electoral observers perhaps giving it their blessing. Human rights groups saying that it wasn't so fair into the lead up. And as I say, this seems to be a script that plays itself out time and time again. Well, to discuss perhaps a reimagined Africa, providing African solutions to African problems, we're now joined by three people who feel that they have a new way, a new path. And we'll be joined by Hannington Mbayiwa, Samantha Kandake, who the president and vice president of the Rapid Africa Plan Board. And we also have the director of the African Institute of Leadership and Governance, Dr. Emmanuel Nkoma. To all of you, thanks very much indeed for joining us and welcome to the program. Let me start with you, Mr. Mbayiwa, partly because your years of work and desire gave birth to this Rapid Africa Plan. But before that, I just want to get comments from you and the panelists about the Tanzanian elections. And just as I was introducing it, it sounds like a script we face all the time. The incumbent wins, the opposition complain, the African Union say all things were fine, human rights groups and other groups say that it wasn't fine, particularly in the lead up to the election. Your thoughts on what's played out in Tanzania? Let me start with you, Mr. Mbayiwa.
Thank you very much, Brother Peter Ndoro. This is not new like you just mentioned. But, having studied, for over 5 years, what's wrong with Africa and what can be done to fix it, I realized that the democratic model that we have, where you get a group of people, they fail, then you put another group of people, they fail, then you put exactly the same, group of people again, it's out of date. It's out of date in Africa, it's out of date in Europe. It's the nature of the model itself. It doesn't serve us, will never serve us. It divides the people in two. It's a bad model.
All right, Samantha Kandake, your thoughts. You are someone who's been observing the continent from as far afield as the US, and that's a country that has a lot of migrants from the continent. Is this another one of those chapters, even if he's won, but the script seems familiar?
Yes, thank you. I agree with Professor Mbayiwa. There seems to be a pattern of where people get excited about a candidate makes promises, the people get disappointed by that same candidate after they've come in office. And then that cycle repeats itself. The system is really inherently broken. And that's why we are very excited about the Rapid Africa Plan, because it seeks to take a system that's broken and create a new system that works for everyone.